Oh, it was that Matt, not that Matt. Gotcha. Get it straight, Blondie. Well, hello, Blue Troopers, and welcome to another scintillating episode of Max's Models. Correction video number 2. Following the Max's Models misinformation live stream, I found out that I had given credit for these paintings to Matt Irvin. It was Matthew Teven who did these, not Matt Irvin. I sent an email to Matt Irvin asking him if he had any problem with using the pictures in his video, and he was like, "What video?" And then I realized, maybe I made a mistake. Then I figured out it was Matt Teven, and I sent him an email, and he was cool with it. He understood. All was right with the universe. By the way, Matt Teven has both a YouTube channel and a website linked below, Mattline 1967, and or is it Mattelline? Well, however he says it. It's super cool. I actually subscribe to his YouTube channel. A lot of great artwork out there. And of course, this follows right on the heels of my recent faux pas, where I thought Canada was flying MiG 21s, which they never did. And I did find pictures from the 4477 Test Squadron out of Tonopah that did fly, the American group that did fly Soviet equipment. I even found a non-photoshopped photo, and here it is compared to the Photoshop one in that whole RCAF gag hoax thing. So anyway, should have known better. When a story sounds a little too interesting to be true, probably is. Speaking of the RCAF, here they are as part of the Imperial Royal Canadian Air Force, helping the Americans subdue somebody somewhere who I'm sure no doubt deserves it, and with their tactical camo Thunderbird 2. And I got that finished off today. And of course, they're also helping bring in the Japanese to back us up. So when you have Thunderbird aircraft and small Japanese models, there's got to be a kaiju somewhere. I think that's the law. And well, while they were busy doing that, Technical Air Services is trying to look at some of the captured Luftwaffe stuff still. And I finally put these sandbags together, and of course, I forgot to paint them. Now they're painted, but I didn't grab a picture because they were still wet. Anyway, still playing with that diorama. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of playing around with German kits that I basically hacked up, the ME262 V12, I decided to take out that airbrush that was given to me by a glue trooper and get a better paint using a properly mixed olive drab and try to sort of clean up that mess. Not clean up that mess, make a bigger mess, but something that looked cooler. And so I did this with it today. And if I get another ME262 and 1/72nd scale, I might pop that canopy off and transfer it over. If you get a better kit, and I might actually have one on the shelf, but that's a low priority thing. But I will have to modify the back of the canopy area though, because since the canopy's lowered, the back of the cockpit has a different shape to it, so got to be careful about that. But anyway, that was that. No big deal. Got started on the USS Arizona that Nathan sent me, and once again, Nathan, thank you very much for that. The Hobby Boss kit, so far going together very easily. Really no complaints about it, but I've never used this wooden deck material before, and I really can't go much further on this part. I can start building the other superstructures, but I want to get everything painted before I go any further. Of course, the turrets are not secured, so I can pop them off because I want to have the decking as much free space to put that decking in there as I can. I have mounted some of the bits and bobs, but nothing that can't work around. I've never worked with this adhesive backed wooden decking before, so I have to be very, very careful. And also, I have a lot of photo etch, and I probably need to do the photo etch before I paint it. And I don't know if I have any CA glue around. I know that works on photo etch. That's what I used before. I don't know if you can use white glue on photo etch. Maybe you can. Has anybody done that? And then, of course, once the PE is on it, then I can shoot it with the Battleship Gray. I'll probably use the airbrush. You could rattle can something this big, but I have that large scale airbrush, and I think it's going to work better if I go ahead and use the large airbrush that I have. I still need to get the black water line marked on it, and a little question if that's going to be placed on the upper or lower hull. I think it goes on the upper hull, so I'll have to pre-paint that and probably tape it off. But as we say it in the Army, I'll blow that bridge when I get to it. But the ship is a good quality model. I think it's going to look really nice when it's done. I'm taking my time with it. So far, these parts have just fallen into place, so I haven't really had any argument with anything. But the hard part begins tomorrow when I start working on the superstructure. And then the real fun begins with the photo etch. So lots of work ahead of me. I'm not hurrying this up. No rush. Plenty of time. And that's where we're at for right now. Once again, a big shout out to both the Matts and to Nathan. I appreciate it, guys. And Matthew, if you get around to doing that thing we talked about, I think everybody's going to get a real chuckle out of it, or kind of looking forward to it. So we have a secret, a surprise, hopefully. I don't want to spoil it in case it didn't happen. That way you'll never know what you missed. Okay, I have officially run out of things to talk about. By the way, after the outro, there's a little piece of video I shot. Completely useless stuff. I just felt like shooting some video if you want to watch it. Talk to you later, guys. Take care, and as always, model on. Let's go up to the turbis. Ooh, nice and warm out today. Glad I left the AC unit running in the turbis. We're going to be getting a new, larger air conditioner unit, saddlebag unit here soon. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, got a few things up on the shed, up on the shelf, I mean, and we've got the Arizona starting to get it laid out. I had that set up real quick to take some pictures earlier, and you guys have probably already seen this from the earlier part. There's the Canadian invasion forces helping with the Japanese, deliver the Japanese to take over some annoying little place to help, you know, expand the Canadian Empire. And they're getting some backup from a sleek ME-262, and of course the American infantry unit is here, and they're offering them several bazooka teams for support, and got the technical branches going over these captured aircraft. Got these sandbags done today. They've been sitting around forever. Oh, still got to paint them though. Tried a little camouflage paint on this wooden A10. Can't really tell. The two olive drabs are a little close together, but I wanted it to be subtle. Just had a little left in the spray gun. That little sprayer that MadWorks airbrush that was sent to me by Blue Troopers doing a really good job. It's what I used to do the third iteration of the paint scheme on this thing, just touching it up. It keeps a nice tight little pattern. My wall of shame of Guilo's RCs that I converted and crashed. Anyway, you guys have seen the Tarbis before. I just, I don't know, felt like shooting some videos, so there we are. There's part of the stash. And, all right, there's more back there on the shelf behind it also. All right, let me get to work. The models aren't going to build themselves. Oh, by the way, if I didn't tell you guys, the Zero fell off the wall again. It's not something I built, it was something I bought, so maybe at some point I'll put that back together. Just more stuff. All right, take care of yourself, guys, and as always, model on.